Hi you guys, well, I'm up early again. I woke up at 6:30 to pee, and I'm feeling refreshed. I have food I want to eat. I put it on the table, and I got my coffee ready. This is what today looks like out there, and yeah, with that thing I'm writing about boundaries and stuff in that purple diary, don't worry, it's almost done. But I don't want to get too into that today because I want to focus on getting some schoolwork done. So, yeah. Again, my whole entire point, um, it's like with another boundary, okay, he says, oh, you should forgive Kay, for example, if he would say that, you should forgive Kay for what she did to you, and that's not his say. Because I tried to forgive her, but the things on her behavior she keeps doing, and it's like a repeated offender. She keeps repeating and offending, and like, for example, the correcting me. I don't want to be corrected, period, but she continues to do that. And so in the book there, I say, I'm gonna not spend time with her anymore. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna just keep my distances. Because if she continues to correct me, then she has to pay me a fine of $50. Okay? And with her correcting me, she'll be broke and won't be able to send Lily and Emmy to college. Because she's like all diary of the mouth too, just like my dad. So, and like I said last night to Shaylee, maybe Dad has an artistic personality disorder, and that's genetic, and that's why Kay is treating me disrespectfully. Well, the thing is, when you treat me with kindness, I give kindness back. It's earned. But when you disrespect me, I'm not having it. Like I said, if he's going to lecture me about anything medical, like compare my legs to his, for example, I'm out of the car. Because I'm not going to have that anymore, guys. Period, I'm not going to have that. So I have videos playing in the background while I eat and stuff, and so yeah. I'm going to show you what I picked out to eat. Sushi, California roll, and that's from 2006. Today's video from 2006. November 18th exactly, 2006. Wow. 16 years ago, guys. Or is it 17 now? I don't know, but yeah. Whatever. That's how long I've been doing videos. So, I'll write more in here to finish what I need to say. And then once everything is said in here, I will tell you about it more. Like, I'll read it through, okay? But right now I want to eat. This is my coffee. And I will do my schoolwork. And what I wrote in here too, a priest needs to see, because I don't know how I can get into heaven with all that shit inside me. Seriously, to God, I need to see a priest, like for a confession thing or something, and ask him for spiritual advice, because what I went through, even though it happened like 20 or 30 years ago, if things, things happened like 30 years ago, okay? Like for example, okay, it's like 50 years in the future, and people are still affected by 9/11. Could their feelings be validated, or people are just gonna say, oh, get over it. It happened 50 years ago. The point is, people lost lives. It is still affect them till that very day, 50 years from now. Okay, so I want my feelings validated too about my sister, about my dad, even though it happened like 30 or 20 years ago, for example. Because I still feel traumatized, like I said in this book, when I had crappy Frontier internet service. That was the crappiest Frontier internet service, I swear to God. I would be watching something and it would go out and it's like, boom, that TV situation all over again. Kay molesting me all over again. I'm fucking pissed all over again. That's how bad things trigger me. You see what I mean? So, I want my feelings validated here. I don't want them to say, oh, that happened a long time ago. You should get over it. You know? So, I'm gonna eat now. Okay? And sorry if this video gets long too, you know. And I guess something happened with my scheduled app last night. It did not want to, well, it switched on, but then it didn't record, and then it went to another, schedule, and then that recorded, and then what happened was, when the other one turned on after that, that one didn't turn on, so I just deleted those. I'm like, you know, if it didn't want to work, then it doesn't want to work. So that's what I meant to say all the time. If my scheduled app don't work, good night now. That's why I say good night now. So, okay. Oh, I haven't heard from my other friend lately. Maybe she isn't feeling well. She showed me disrespect. Oh, quit talking to me, or I'll call the police. Fuck you.
Those are still with this video.
I'm not gonna be subject to that either.
And that's Blair Light in the background.
Yeah, what I just said on that clip right there. I had a friend, I made a friend, that year on YouTube. And I was like kind of iffy. I was like, oh, should I give them my phone number? I was told that you don't give strangers your phone number off the internet. Because she sounded very nice at that time. And I was like thinking, should I do this? Should I do this? And then I gave in and I gave her my phone number. And then we were talking and stuff, writing each other emails back and forth. We were like good friends, as nice as Shelly and I are right now, for example. And we were telling each other everything. We were like very, very good friends. And then when I was like talking to her about something, I forget what it was. I'll have to look in my book, but I wrote about this. She did not like what I told her. Like I was giving her advice about something or whatever, and then she did not like what I told her, and she's like, "Fuck you, fuck off. I'm gonna contact the authorities. Don't email me anymore, call me anymore." I was so heartbroken. I was crying. And I was like, what the fuck did I do wrong? And I'm like, I was depressed for days with that and everything. And that's why I posted that sad video with me crying. And I'm like, I'm gonna take a break. No more videos for a fucking while. And everyone was wondering what happened or what happened. That's what happened back then. Because when you have a friend, a good friend, who does that to you and say those mean things, that's hurtful. You know? And then later she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize." And then we were friends again. And I was feeling okay again. And then it kept on continuing on. She was okay, and then she kept saying, fuck off, leave me alone, and I was in another depression. And I was like, when I was like writing that, when I was like writing about her in the book, I was like, okay, do I want to continue to be subjected to this? Do I want her to continue to act that way? Be nice one minute and say, fuck off, leave me alone the next. Seriously. I don't care if you have bipolar disorder and you act like that. You don't talk to your friends that way. That is not okay. And I'm not going to be subjected to that, to be honest with you. And that Friday, when I was at the urgent care, I posted, oh, my stomach issues today, what the fuck, or something on my Facebook. And out of the blue, 8 years later of not speaking to her, she commented, Nora, what's wrong? Are you okay? And then she sent me an email talking about her song being #1. I don't want to be subjected to her behavior. And I am gonna lay down the law with no speaking to her. You know? Okay? That's a boundary rule right there. I still can't believe that happened though, but still, I'm not gonna talk to her. Okay. And so, that was the day when I got my Depo shot. Okay, guys, that's why I was saying, I can't believe this. Are you fucking kidding me? You know, I'm still thinking that too. Are you fucking kidding me? But yeah, maybe she made a new YouTube account and find this video, but I'm sorry. I don't want to be friends with you anymore. You know, I don't care if you say you changed. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it with you. And another thing, I was like watching my video when I was eating, and the subject came up about Mom saying, you're obsessive about that camera. I'm not obsessive with my phone, as you can see. I'm using a phone now, not a camera. Well, I would have to take breaks from filming daily when I do have a job, because like I said, HIPAA laws and stuff like that, if I'm going to be working as a secretary somewhere. So, yeah. So, I just want to give you a heads up reminder about that. I'm not going to film daily anymore once I get a job because of the HIPAA laws. Okay? So, I just wanted to point those two things out too. No, friend, I'm not going to talk to you. No. Okay? No, friend. Because if she's going to be my friend again, which she tries to reach out for me to do, and on Facebook, I think, and then I would say something to what she might not like to hear or something, and she'd be like, fuck off, leave me alone. I'm going to fucking block her. I'm not going to tolerate people talking to me that way and treating me with that disrespect. Period. The end of it. So, Robin, yes, that's you. No. Robyn. No. That's her name. If you come across this video, no. And Robin, if you do come across this video, you know what? For example, as a scenario, if you were working in a thrift store like Goodwill, and the manager tells you something that you might not want to hear, and if you say, fuck off, leave me alone, you'll be out of there. They wouldn't give a shit if you had bipolar disorder. I'm not going to be treated like that. No one else wants to be treated like that. That's why I'm saying goodbye to you. I am putting up a wall from you, and I am not going to deal with people like you. Do you understand? I just wanted to point that out to you. Grow the fuck up, okay? I don't trust you. Okay, I showed one of my neighbor friends a picture of Emmy, and she goes, "Oh, how adorable." You're all set. Perfect, thank you. Do you want to give her some?
Apple pie?
An ice cream?
You want some apple pie? I don't know, you might want to...
Maybe Debbie has some mushrooms. I'll have to ask her later.
Yes?
I think I want to go and get my coffee at the gas station.
You gonna get the spoon? I'll just split this away.
Hi, you guys. I think I'll grab some Mean Bean Monster Javas, like probably 2 for the time being, like 1 for today and 1 for tomorrow. And much later after today, like not after today, excuse me. Probably in like 4 or 5 hours, I'm gonna go across the street and get tomato rosemary soup and have it fresh, and I'll eat it fresh. So bring that home here, because I'm not feeling all that hungry now. I only had 1 tray of those sushis, and that filled me up. So, again, look at today. Whew. I don't know why, but I'm finding myself waking up early, like at 6:30, 6 o'clock. I never had that happen before, guys. It's just so weird. Usually I'm waking up around this time or at 10 or 11 o'clock. I know. It's kind of weird and awesome at the same time. It's like, wow. I almost feel like I need a nap right now, sort of, but not really, not yet. But I don't know. So I feel like I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom first, get my coat on. So, and yes, I'm wearing a Halloween shirt. I don't care. Boobies. The boo is like not there anymore. It got in the washer too many times, but the bees are still there. So these are bumblebees dressed up as ghosts. Get it, boo? And then they're bees. So yeah, I just need respect, guys. I had put up far too long with disrespect, and I'm not gonna have disrespect anymore. It's like, for example, how would you feel when you feel like you need to walk away from somebody, but they say, "Yo, no, you stay here. I want to finish this conversation with you. You stay here." And you're like, "No, I don't want to stay here." And they're like demanding you and holding on to you, sort of say, and you're picturing killing them. It's like that with me, okay? I need to walk away or I feel like I'm going to kill you, okay? I have Asperger's, and if somebody would demand for me to listen to them when I don't feel like the need to listen to them, that's unsafe. It's like a sensory disorder for me, like how it's too windy, how it would be too hot. I need to walk away when I need to walk away. I need to put up boundaries to stay safe. That's my whole entire point. So, I'm not gonna have that attitude anymore in 2024. That's it. That's final.
This is the thing.
Straight. It was really small. It was really small.
Let's sit in the front row. Come on, it'd be really cool. You can stay at the cockpit.
Oh, let's just sit on seat behind. Brandon said, "Hey babe, let's go sit in the front row." I think because of my fear, I said, "No, let's just."
Michael feels that if they're left behind, he and Albert are kept saying, "Don't leave us." Look at your mirror. You go to the mirror.
Okay.
Wherever they went. They had some fun. I didn't care where he went. I got the nickel and dime. Curly got quite a bit of adjustment. Because only just.
In 1917,
Yeah, you guys. I guess I'll go to the cafe too real quick. I am kind of hungry. After I took a shit. Sorry about the TMI. So, I'll be away for a little bit, probably 30 minutes or 25 minutes, who knows. I'll go to the gas station first for my coffee and then to the cafe. So,
Spokesperson in the black community. Thelma Smith was also president of the Church of
maybe we'll just wiggle to this one real quick before I go out anywhere. So, I'll leave you here on the table. This Unsolved Mysteries, so, alrighty. Gotta grab my money, of course, with me. Alright.
Continue our examination of the Son of Sam shootings. Reporter Maury Terry claims that the attacks were engineered by a satanic cult. A cult he believes is still alive, has not yet been brought to justice. Join us next week for another edition of Unsolved Mysteries.
Alright, you guys, I'm back. To have this cool down, guess what? This is a tomato rosemary. Yum. They forgot my cracker. No, they have crackers. Okay, never mind. Crackers on top. Like, I'm looking in the bag. Nora, they put the crackers right here. My mind is all elsewhere. But right now, however, I'm gonna open up this. Note to self, you have $10 remaining on your food share. This was all $10 and something cents. I'm gonna have this right now. Well, that is cooling down so I don't burn my throat. So this was $10.49. And that was like $4 something. The soup. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'll tell you another story. Well, I'll tell you it now, real quick. I was like thinking back, I forgot to tell you something. There was like one time Kay pissed me off so extreme, and I was like telling her why she was pissing me off. I forget what happened, but she pissed me off. And I was like saying, well, you should do this. And she's like, calm down. Nothing to get upset over. Calm. You know what I felt like doing? I wanted to be Homer Simpson and strangle that Bart Simpson until she collapsed and died. Do not ever tell me to calm down in a situation like that. That only pisses off an Asperger person so much more. It's not a joke. Don't you ever tell me to calm down like that. I'm gonna eat my Excel now, but I need to have scissors to open it with. So, people. Boundaries. People like my sister is so fucking stupid.
I'm gonna take my blood pressure pill now, brush my teeth. I already took ibuprofen at 6, so that's all done and over with. I took 4 of those, like I said. And sorry about my video in the background. I was
grab me
reviewing
without my
it, so
consent, they'll
still
be
reviewing
murdered.
it in a sense, but now I'm talking to you. So, I'm just really fucking tired. I can't wait an hour. I need to,
Alright, you guys. I totally forgot to tell you something so fucking awesome. About a couple months ago, I forget when this was, I was like dreaming about something, and it was like I was young again, and Kay was young again, and in this dream, she did something so horrible to me that somebody witnessed it. She was put in time out. I never felt so happy in my life. That's what I really wanted people to see. I swear. Thinking back to that moment in my dream, I was like so fucking relieved. I wanted to be seen and heard that someone was hurting me, someone was abusing me and stuff, like my sister, and no one wanted to listen in my past. And then that dream, it made me so happy. I was like, fucking yes, finally. You know, I deserve to be heard. I deserve to be seen. When I say I need you to stop talking to me that way, I want you to hear me. I want you to stop talking to me in a rude way. When I say I don't want to hear this topic, can we not discuss it? And if somebody really pisses me off, like my sister, I just want to be far away from people like that. I don't want to deal. And that dream just made me so fucking happy. And I just, you know, I'm serious. It made me so happy that I was finally heard. That somebody else witnessed abuse. She was put in timeout in that dream, and I was like, fuck yes, finally, hallelujah. I'm sorry for getting emotional again, but fucking damn it. I needed that so bad in my past. You have no idea. No idea how much I needed it. I was so disrespected by her. Like I was saying to myself, she is worse than Jeffrey Dahmer. She should be in jail for what she done to me. It's like, if you abuse somebody with disabilities, you'd belong in jail. I'm sorry. But I'm not putting her in jail because I told myself, oh, that would traumatize Lillian and Emmy. I almost forgot her name. It would traumatize them. So I'm not going to do that to them. See how kind and respectful I am with that. But God, that dream made me so fucking happy that day. Like, oh my God. I'm sorry, I just had to share that. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this now. I think it's cooled down enough, and God, I hate crying. I just wanted to bring that up to you. You know, I just don't want this bullshit to continue on with being disrespectful all the time and stuff.
Paper, Doc, because they're expecting 3 people and there's only 1.
He walked over to the bed and he took the gag out of my mouth. And he says, I need some money. Where's your pocketbook? Now, I think that made me angrier even than the rape. Because I'm thinking, you break into my house, you rape me, and now you want to take my money. And I'm thinking, I don't care what happens. I'm not letting him have my money. So I wouldn't answer him. He smacked me in the face.
This is what we gotta get done today.
Okay, 9 o'clock he was rude. That was rude.
It's the way what you wanted, okay? So there you have it.
I don't want to hear about medical stuff,
I hope
okay?
it's not a long way because
You
my
understand?
freaking ass tired for some reason today. I wanted to nap for about an hour and a half or something
Yeah, but
before
of
he
course
did
you
this. You insisted.
What do we need here?
Well, where it's highlighted right there on the first page.
Yeah, what
See
about
that?
Social Security? Where's that?
On the very, very, very first page, right there.
God, Ryan! How could you even think that? You do know where the Glen Helen Pavilion is, right?
I'm such an idiot. You're the same self-serving, manipulative bastard you always were.
Ryan, you've got it all wrong. Will you let me explain? You don't know what it's been like without you. I miss sitting on the couch, ripping bingers and watching Matt Damon DVDs. Ryan, please. I need you. What, you want me to say it? Fine. Without you, I have no purpose. I'm nothing.
We've gone from boys to men, and now there's only one direction for us to go. The back streets.
I have procured my learner's permit.
Who's adulty McMahon face?
The better question is, are you a narc? Trolls Band Together in theaters now.
This is Lucian. Oh, Dr. Stewart, yeah, thanks for calling me back. I need a favor. County has a 13-year-old patient with Fragile syndrome. Yeah, I know Dr. Gates has tried to contact you about the case. Great.
Unit 5 and 6 are up.
We have a pulse with CPR?
Yeah, good prodded. All compressions.
Looks like it's systole now.
Please keep going.
Might be fine. G-fib, internal paddles.
Charging to 30.
Clear?
Come on, Jim.
No change. Another milligram.
And so that means we are called to be lively and creative and active. And in fact, that's what the best Christians have always been. They have always been fully engaged, using their talents to the maximum to glorify God and build up his kingdom. And this is the lesson that we see in our gospel passage today. The servants praised by the masters are the one who took their talents and went into business. They got involved in the world around them. They took risks. They challenged themselves. They lived with
At the end of the day, a much happier and calmer Megan decided to share with Mum what she had written in her thought box.
I got to go ice skating, and I've never been in my life, so thank you. That is so special, darling. Thank you for having a lovely day with me.
I want to go again.
Oh, not tomorrow. I need to get my breath back.
By using the thought box, Megan and I can resolve any issues that may need resolving at the end of the day. I don't want us both to go to bed on a bad note.
Tama naman. Okay, fine. What do you have to do?
But what was good that you did it for?
Don't think of homicide. Don't think of homicide. Don't think of homicide. Don't think of homicide. Oh my god. Before I even get married, I need to think of how to handle my anger. Because if I have to deal with a kid as bratty as that was, all through my motherhood, I'd be like thinking, don't think of homicide. Don't think of homicide. Don't think of homicide. Because if I was those parents, I'd be beating up that child and burying that child in my backyard. Because I cannot take that abuse from children either. No wonder why parents abuse and bury their kids. No fucking wonder. Oh, Lord. Fucking swear it. But yeah. That's the sunset, guys. It really gets dark fast here. But yeah, you know what I mean about motherhood. I want to be a good mother, yes. But I don't want to have a bratty brat like that 9-year-old was. The first 5 minutes of the video, like 3 minutes in, I was thinking that I'm surprised those parents did not want to beat their kids to bloody pulp and bury them in the fucking backyard. I would not have it get that bad. My God. And I love it what Super Nanny said at the end. All children need boundaries and rules to follow. Kay never got boundaries or rules. She was just fucking ass horrible.
This is Jimmy Church, by the way, and I'll be your
in particular are quite diseased.
I look at her shortness of breath, her coughing up blood, all of those things made sense. She's complications of lupus. Pulmonary lupus, the lupus in her lungs, and that's why she.
Lupus is a complex and little understood autoimmune disease uses
apprehending somebody if need be.
Dr. G begins the external exam, searching for signs of a fatal attack.
And now we're going to look and make sure that nothing happened to her, that he could have done something to her, but we'll also be looking for definitely natural disease.
But as with many decedents, Carla's body initially reveals less about her death and more about how she lived.
Probably looks a little older than her stated age of 35, kind of looks like a hard life.
Hi guys, soon I will be doing some, editing exercises thing. The exercises on my assignments, that is. I want to do those two because those are easy, you know. I have a trick to doing them. So, I'll do those two today. It's for what I want to share with you in my purple book. I'll share it with you later tonight, maybe, if I remember. If not, stay tuned for the next video over. Tomorrow is the Turkey Day special over at the cafe, so I'm gonna get my turkey stuffing and mashed potatoes and broccoli over there with dumpling soup. I'm gonna have broccoli salad with raisins and bacon now, so yeah, I just can't believe people. Seriously, I would never have gotten a child to act that bad. From day one as a baby, show them boundaries. I'm serious, you guys. Jeez. Can't even watch Super Nanny anymore without getting violent thoughts like that. Jesus Christ.
The brain that she didn't know about, which was a little out-pocketing in the blood vessel at the base of the brain that was stretching.
The wall of this aneurysm, or out-pocketing, has been expanding for months.
Well, I count 8 cars, and none of them paying rent or bills. You're paying their way through life.
Yeah, I shouldn't be doing that either. Bad parenting right there. You're enabling them. You shouldn't be paying their way through life like that.
A new episode of Dr.
No.
Phil's True Crime Podcast, Twisted Love,
God.
Bring a Murderer to Justice.
The family of
Parents are
missing
so
mom,
fucking
Michelle,
dumb.
had just landed in Los Angeles to tape an interview with me about her disappearance when they got the devastating news. Michelle's ex-boyfriend, Mark Castellano, had confessed to her brutal killing. They want to see justice.
Bye-bye.
Guest today. For more information about today's show, log on to drphil.com. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I definitely read your comments and questions.
How am I doing what you're doing?
Well, I'm back with Michael and Mary, and I want to talk to you two first. You know, you work all your life. You get to a certain point. You know, you get where you're a little long in the tooth.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you're not spring chickens anymore. And, you know, there's an arc in life where you get to a point where you want to kind of be able to relax a little bit, enjoy each other, enjoy your lives, and enjoy your family. But what you're doing is you're maintaining a hypervigilance here. You're just like this all authorities began to piece together what happened on the night of the murders. At approximately 8 p.m., 4 heavily armed men dressed in combat fatigues approached the Loomis building. One security guard was on duty inside. "40 minutes later, 2 other guards arrived, transporting a significant amount of cash. They made radio contact with a guard inside the building, who was stationed in a lookout booth called the turret room.
Several Loomis trucks were parked on the inside.
Did you receive these text messages from this gentleman?
I did not, and I wanted to show you, this is everything that we received from both Leonard and Rick, all the evidence that they sent us of text messages, and I did not have that one.
Are you
Okay.
suicidal, Kay?
And we do our homework here. This is a book. You can see we do our homework here. This is a book of probably 350 pages. You can see all of the tabs and marks and everything that we have in here. We have every court document, every court record. Everything is tabbed, so you don't have to be friends. You just have to So you're making that commitment here on national television with millions of witnesses.
That's right. And just so you guys do know, I did spend a lot of time making sure that kids were safe out there. You can laugh all you want, but I actually did. Because it's not normal for an adult to go and contact kids like
this. Because you say they become very fearful, what sort of things can trigger a Preston or an Izzy to become violent and start thrashing?
Well, it can be a lot of things. For example, it can be a food allergy that can come on. It can be basically a change in the environment. It can be a confrontation that might even be very mild, but will basically trigger this frantic explosion of resolve.
And once this aggressive explosion stops, they
Fuck you, motherfucker, go knock Helen down, bitch!
So, yeah, you guys are wusses. Bravo, Rachel. We stan this.
Here we go. Hey, oh, come on, Rachel. Come on now.
It's jiggly.
Oh, you. Oh,
really?
Yes. What do you mean, really?
No,
she's in it right now. She's in it. We're both in it.
We literally work together like this.
Is that area different from? Is like the paint? How can you just sit at an 8 like this?
I mean, I feel it.
Are you still at an 8?
Oh yeah. Like when we're on set and we're doing this, sometimes it feels like this.
Oh my God, a 4! I'm freaking out. So now we're gonna try and go about our normal days with this.
I forgot the name of this guy.
Third destruction. I wonder if we're not pushing this drops on air. On either side of Janani down here.
With them were 11 other technicians and observers. The lights have been seen near the Shenandoah. Radio beacon is also visible in front of the peaks. A highway winds its way through these mountains. In order to prevent the misidentification of headlights, 2 marker lights were placed at the borders of the road. If any lights are spotted outside these mountains, scientists cannot explain the store choice of protein and flavor toppings.
061.
get it while it's hot. Only at Qdoba.
G53. Round over.
Alright, okay everybody. I'm going to do a quick reading, just a little bit, because my schedule app is going to turn on soon. So this subject right here now has to do about Kay. I also don't understand why she couldn't communicate with me better. Example, okay, I'm leaving to go to Missy's. I'll be back home later. Question with that. How later? I have an hour, 2 hours. Should I watch a 30-minute show or a movie? So yes, the TV situation was not my fault, and I was not being possessive of it on what Mom claimed I was. Sorry, Mom, I wasn't. Now, if the tables were turned, meaning she'd act the same way she acted onto me to Mom and Dad, they would have gave her hell. If Kate did not say, I'll be back in an hour and a half or whatever, and Mom or Dad were watching something by the time she read back home, what do you think they'd do if they were to say, sorry, I'm watching now? Kay would grab their private area on their body and grab the remote from their hands and flip the channel to her show. Okay, sorry about me farting in the background there. Sorry. This is serious, so I'm sorry if I made you laugh by my farting. Okay, okay. Knowing Dad, she would not last a minute of watching her show. In fact, Dad would drag her up to her room and give her a whipping of a century. He'll understand then that Kay was not a princess that he thought of her as. And that's true, you know. Another thing, if I were Mom, I would have never had gotten it to be that bad to begin with. Once I see my youngest hit the oldest, straight to timeout. After timeout is over, they would have to apologize to the oldest. If not, the timeout continues. Let the timeout continue until the child apologizes, and it needs to be a sincere apology. Nothing like sorry. Then the timeout needs to be continued. You have to hear, I'm sorry. That's sincere. Sorry is not. Okay. I learned that timeout method by watching Super Nanny. And the child needs to be in timeout on how long their age example is. And the child needs to be in timeout on how long their age is. Example, if the child is 6 years old, they would need a timeout for 6 minutes, all right? If the child refuses to stay on naughty stool or step or whatever naughty thing you give them or a room or whatever, then you put them back, no talking to them. And you reset the timer for 6 minutes. I don't care if this lasts 3 hours, the child will eventually stay seated. Okay, you got to drag them back, reset the timer, and if they get off, drag them back, reset the... I saw that a lot on Super Nanny. You got to do what you got to do. They have to understand boundaries. Children needs rules and boundaries. Kay, however, wasn't given them. And that's what I said earlier, what Super Nanny said after that episode was over, you know? Okay? Kay followed the rules, boundaries in school, yes, but not in the home. Dad and Mom were blind by this, and I was always the scapegoat. This is why I didn't say anything about the fact of her sexually assaulting me. Either have the child spend 6 minutes in timeout or have him spend 6 years in jail later. I heard that somewhere too, but I can't remember where. If I were Mom and the TV situation happened to me, what would be done? Go to your room, early bedtime for you tonight and for 2 weeks on. Kay was over 16 years of age at that time. She was driving to her friend's house. So yes, she should have known the differences between right from wrong, along with communicating more better. Make a choice for the 16-year-old. Go to bed now, or I'll call the police and I'll tell them I was sexually assaulted. Those are the choices Kay should have been gotten in the home if I did say anything. Dr. Phil said on one episode, if a child chooses to do adult behavior, they get adult consequences. Period. Example, you ground your 16-year-old, their consequences is no car privileges. They steal the keys and take the car anyway. Well, you can call the police and state that your child stole the car. That's the adult consequence. That's the only way your child will learn. So yeah, Kay should have had a choice of early bedtime or jail for sexual assault. She'd be grounded from watching TV for 2 weeks too because of the sexual assault. Something had to be done about the computer issue too. She did not know what sharing meant. The moment I was on the computer downstairs, she shoved me off. I'm confused to this very day. She had a computer up in her room with the same stuff we had downstairs. I gotta fart again. Sorry, I have gas tonight. Okay, from looking back, she didn't deserve her own computer in her bedroom. I say this because the second I went on the computer downstairs, she would shove me off and continue to call me a liar for going on her stuff. I wrote about this in my book I wrote. Believe me, if I didn't leave the house to stay over at a friend's house that night, I would be in jail for killing her. And to God, I would have been in jail. Okay, I'm going to stop it right there for right now because of my app.
And then you can take care of it and help someone else. But they should not take priority. You don't have to make things worse for you in order to help them. None of that has to happen. You need to put yourself first. It's okay to feel angry. I would feel angry too. And then I feel guilty too. It's complicated, right? It's messy. We love them. They were going to go away. How dare you? But then like, oh, I know I felt that way too. It's complicated. Allow yourself to process it. This was a trauma for you, by the way. This was also potentially, like you said, super triggering.
2 large blood clots have traveled to his lungs and
Alright, back to seriousness here. If she wanted to see something online, the moment she came home that day and realized I was on the downstairs one, then damn it, she should have used her computer in her bedroom. I wasn't even on for a minute and she acted that way. If she were to do this to Mom, I bet Kay's computer will be sold and no computer time in the home indefinitely. If she doesn't know what sharing is or is so dumb not to use her computer, then that is a good hard consequence for her. She can go use a computer in school or in the library, and that's it. Do not reward bad behavior. I am ashamed by having her bad behavior continue on in my childhood. She needed tough love like this. She needed to know what she was doing was not okay. I bet if I told anyone at school about Kay's behavior, she'd be no longer living under the same roof as me. She kept harming me with calling me names and grabbing my privates like my boob. She's the one who needed to be into a group home setting, not me. I'm an angel compared to her. Boundaries with her are no going to her house for anything. If she's at Dad's for a fish fry, I won't attend. She was so rude that last time. No going to a restaurant with her unless her daughters are old enough. And I explain why this. Okay, give me a second. I gotta turn the page. When Kay was reminding Lily and Emmy to use indoor voice on the day we were at the restaurant on Dad's birthday, I found it to be triggering. Her tone of voice at that moment brought me back to the time she kept correcting me. I'm not going to be subjected to this. Her correcting me needs to quit too. If she continues and wants to continue, the consequence will be a $50 fine. When I say I don't want anyone like Kay to lecture me or correct me, I mean it. If they continue, that's disrespectful. In Marathon City, while I was reminding Dad about a doctor's appointment, Kay says, Nora, not at the dinner table. Boom, $50 right there. I need to keep my distances from her or she'll be broke and won't be able to afford to put Emmy and Lily through college later. Plus, keeping my distance from her will keep me sane. You have no idea how many times in the past 20 years ago I pictured killing her, choking her, stabbing her, hitting her until brain matter came out, and bashing her down on the floor. No one should become that mad to anyone else. If I had admitted to someone at school on how mad or angry I was at her, then they would send my mom and dad to parenting classes. Maybe they would give Kay the treatment she deserved and needed. They meaning school counselor or whoever it will be. Kay was showing risky behavior by grabbing me like she did. Maybe she was suicidal and she wanted me to kill her like a mercy kill. I was so angry the first time she had done it. I swear if I was eating Mom's dinner and had a knife to cut the meat with, and Kay would grab me, I would have stabbed her until she died. No joke. Top it off, I don't know I was autistic 20 years ago. Not until I think 2004. So she would have been in so deep shit if I did tell a school counselor. Teen sexually assaults another teen with autism is what the charge will be. And I bet if Kay would have been put in jail and acted like that to the inmates' TV situation, hey, I want to watch my TV show. Sorry, we're watching. And she grabs one of their privates. Yeah! Poof, 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 poof. She won't live a day in prison. In fact, she'd be dead. This is how bad it was between Kay and I. I'm sorry. I wish we never had this happen. I'm sorry. She and I aren't friends. From what happened with the TV situation, it had traumatized me. Example, when I was using that crappy Frontier internet, every time it went out, the interruption would make me feel like Kay grabbed me all over again. So yes, I easily got pissed off over crappy internet. Having better internet keeps me sane, calm. I refuse to have Kay drag me down, and so I don't want anything to do with her. Friendships are full of respect and love. Your sister never gave you that. A former therapist said that to me in, I think, 2011. Another example of boundaries. You see a YouTube video posted online and it says that they've lost their beloved pet, either cat or dog. You don't want to watch it because you don't want to feel sad and cry. So you leave the video alone. You see a news type video saying that a teen stabbed their own mother 30 times. You don't watch it. Seriously, if a teen would kill their own mother like that, it's fucked up. They deserve hell. You don't kill anyone who birthed you. So yeah, that's my good reason on not having that. That's a good reason. So yes, that's my good reason on having that as a boundary. I can never imagine Mom getting killed like that. Jeez. My sweet mother getting killed like that? Stabbed 30 times? If somebody would kill her like that, I'd fucking kill them. I swear to God. I don't watch anything that's triggering like that. I don't watch sad stuff like that. Like a pet died, my pet died, we lost our beloved Oliver and stuff like that, you know? I don't watch stuff like that. It's fucking triggering. No thank you. Triggering videos like, oh, teen stabbed their mother 30 times, that fucking pisses me off. I don't want to see fucking shit like that. I don't want to hear that. So I don't fucking watch it. I need to set boundaries up with my dad now too, because whenever I'm in the car with him, he lectures me about medical things. Example, in May of 2010, he was driving me to the mall and he was comparing my leg size with his, saying that the fat died young and etc. I felt like I was being bullied by how he was lecturing me. Right now, I can't help it if I'm a bit overweight. It's because I'm on the depot that gives me weight gain. It's a birth control injection thing. I do not want to get off it because it would mean bleeding heavy, bad period cramps, and all of this may make me anemic. I can't stand Dad talking to me about medical things. If he lost 20 pounds, good for him. So he done his own research that worked for him, good for him. Is he a doctor with a license? No. He needs to be quiet about my weight issues. On the day of Wednesday, November 15th, Dad lectured me about my weight again. I asked him, do you want me to starve myself, have liposuction? I asked him 3 times to stop talking about it, but he didn't listen. This is where I draw the line. The next time he brings up the subject of my health and weight, I'll tell him I don't want to hear any more of it. And if he continues, I'll grab my things and get out of the car when SF will stop and look for a bus stop. I refuse to be around anyone who doesn't listen to my wishes and respects them. I don't understand if my Aunt Linny says to him to stop discussing with her about vaping. He shuts up and respects her. But with me, when I say stop talking about my weight, please, he doesn't. Why am I treated differently from how Linny is treated? I deserve the same respect and demand the same respect. And with me saying it happened 20 years ago, Kay's behavior, that doesn't mean someone should say to me, it's in the past, let it go. Okay, so September 11th, 2051. Everyone should let it go and forgive the terrorists who destroyed lives back in 2001. A lot of people died that day. So yes, people can't let it go on what happened, and neither will I on what Kay had done to me. See what I'm saying? I tried to forgive her, but she kept repeating her bad behavior. Plus, I bet she'll lie about that TV situations, grabbing my boob. Oh, Nora is lying. That never happened. I did not lie about something as serious as sexual abuse. She's just as bad as Jeffrey Dahmer. Since she thought it was okay to abuse the disabled, me with autism, then yes, she should be alongside with Jeffrey in hell. A scenario, if either Emmy or Lily gain weight in the future and Kay would call them fat, I wouldn't be at all surprised if they would give her a beating. I should have gave her a beating for bullying me like that. I also don't want Kay to be my rep payee for my SSI. If she forces me to, then I'll be putting a restraining order on her ass. She needs to respect my wishes about who I want or don't want for my payee. Sorry. I'm almost done. Sorry about this. My goal to go to the college prep center at the college and touch upon my math skills. I'll be doing that in between semester breaks. Maybe the college prep center will help me learn to budget my money, if so I can be my own payee. That's all I wrote so far. And then next I'm going to talk about my back pain and everything. So I'm going to be sharing this in therapy. Having my therapist read that. So I hope he respects my wishes. And I hope he doesn't lecture me in the car on the way home. Oh, why didn't you tell me about your back pain? I should have helped you with it. Oh, you should walk more. Oh, you should do this. I don't want him to lecture me, period. And again, if something would have happened anytime in the future to where I am in a wheelchair, he'd be like, what are you in a fucking wheelchair for? What happened? He won't be using the word fucking, but you know what I mean. Again, sorry about my F-bombs. I'm sorry. God, I told myself I wouldn't swear too much. I have to practice on being on a job. I know. But yeah, I think I'll be going to bed soon. So I'm going to give this writing a rest and start to get ready for bed. So, again, if my scheduled app doesn't work, good night now. And to end the debate about it being a Sloppy Joe barbecue, Mom, I Googled it. It's still called Sloppy Joe if you put the regular ingredients together. It's also called Sloppy Joe in a can. So that's end the debate, okay? I Googled that earlier when I woke up when I was watching that video, okay? So it's still called Sloppy Joe, not barbecue. So Sloppy Joe, barbecue, whatever. But it's still Sloppy Joe to me, so, okay? So I just wanted to clear that, too. God darn it. I need a gas X or something. God. Alright, so, oy. Seriously, guys. I am gonna start getting ready for bed now. So, okay. Who does it stink? I'm gonna take a gas X. Oh my God. Whew. You know the rules, Mom, no banging things and no touching things. Only if you want to, put out a fire. And yes, I can kiss the cat. Your grand kitty daughter, Patty. Freaking love her! That cat! Oh! I'm serious. I need a cat X or something. I'm laughing at what I said a few minutes ago. I need a cat sex or something. Oh, Lord. Oh, I was sitting too long. I shouldn't be doing that. Oh, it's fucking late. Holy shit. I've been up since 6:30. Oh, yep, I'm gonna bring my donkey boy and Piglet to bed soon here. Like, really, really soon. That was my first ever yawn. And, ooh, my lights are on. Good night, everybody. Oh, I must admit, I need to share this in therapy too. I'm still kind of pissed off with Dad on his behavior back in 2007, July 14th. Kay's graduation party from her college, I think. Yeah. I'll give you an example of something. Say for a scenario, I don't like it how my nieces call my dad Gop Gop. Short for grandpa, okay? It's not a big deal for me. Just say, for example, as a scenario, I don't like it. And I don't know that they called him Gop Gop, okay? So then, if my nieces would come to me and say, I told Gop Gop this. And I'm like, what? What did he say to me? What did he say? I told, never disrespect your grandfather. That shouldn't be a fucking big deal. That's exactly how Larry treated me. I have nicknames for everybody. Like, for example, that nurse practitioner I told you about. My primary doctor's nurse practitioner. I nicknamed her Curly Sue because of her red curly hair. Is that disrespectful? No. I called Dad Daddy Fatty because it was just a thing he and I had. Just like how he called me Nora Cabora. Or whatever. Back in the day. Larry should have shut his yap. Dad should have dropped what he was doing and instead of standing there by the refrigerator drinking a fucking beer and say, it's not a big deal, shut the fuck up, Larry. That's what should have happened. Even my friend Paul and I talked about this years ago after when it happened. Larry had no business talking to me like I was disrespecting him. I was not. It was my thing to call him Daddy Fatty. Just like how it is with my nieces to call their grandfather Gop Gop. Alright? That's what I'm still fucking pissed off about with him. How he didn't stand up for me. Just fucking damn it. There, that's off my chest.